Welcome, citizens, to a new episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, wait, the PS5 unboxing. Woo! I am very excited for this. The thought of having it booting up games incredibly quickly, having high-end graphics, having a fan that's not going to sound like a jet engine, it's going to be amazing. I put the Xbox box right here just to show you the size difference, and yeah, it's quite a bit different, but it'll be great. So here we go. Blop, 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 blop. It's a PlayStation Start, guys. Power cable, controller. So for those of you who don't know, the PlayStation 5 comes with a base, and you can have it either sitting up or sitting down. Usually they charge you an extra couple of bucks for a stand to have it upright or sideways. So that'll be neat. I'm probably going to put it right there with my Xbox and probably put it in the upright position. So already that's kind of nice. PlayStation decided to give me a USB-C charging cable for my controller. Xbox didn't do that, so it's cool, good. For the moment of truth. Whoosh. Whoosh. Oh, ooh, it's smooth. So it is quite heavy, maybe just a tiny bit heavier than the Xbox, but not by much. It's got two USB cables, a Ethernet port, HDMI, power. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's interesting. They've given you buttons again. I went for the disc version because I've still got a whole bunch of PS4 games and I'm not ready to go just digital just yet. So they give you instructions about how to put the base on. So there's this little hole thing that you take out. You need your nail to dig it out. And then you need to rotate the back of your stand disc thing. And in here, you'll find this little piece. So I've attached the base now. All plugged in, pretty simple. I also got a PlayStation camera for all my streaming needs, so you can see more of my lovely face. It's been a week so far with my PlayStation 5, and I've been really enjoying it. It has a decent amount of launch titles to make you really appreciate the upgraded graphics. The controller is revolutionary. Though I did find that some people might want to turn down the vibration settings perhaps, but it truly adds a whole new layer of immersion to your gameplay. I hope to have more games developed using the controller's capabilities. Everything just feels lightning fast on the PlayStation, from booting it up to jumping into a new game in like 20 seconds flat. The user interface has been updated and it's fairly easy to traverse. They've got all your games set into one menu, and then they've split up with the media in a separate menu as well. That just kind of reduces the clutter on your screen. Searching for anything is easy, as it's just up the top here. And when you search through that function, it'll include anything on your console or items on the internet or store. The controller shape is taking me a while to get used to. It's chunkier than the previous one. Not bad, but I do need to get used to it, as I feel the PS4 controller was a perfect fit for my natural grip. One of the included games on the PlayStation 5 is Astrobot. It's a perfect tech demo to show off what the PlayStation, and particularly the controller, can do, showing its vibration settings, changing the feeling of when you're shooting a gun to when you're pulling a bow and arrow, from walking onto grass to sand to metal to marble. It's an amazing experience and just really adds to it. I'm finding all the improvements of the PlayStation 5 are really worth it. One of the things I'm looking forward to is playing previous gen games that felt sluggish on the PlayStation 4, such as Control and Red Dead Redemption. The loading times were just too much, or there was screen stuttering for me, I found. Some of my issues that I've found with the PlayStation 5 is there's only one controller color, which is white at the moment. I would have ideally liked, another separate color to go along, like the Xbox does, but it's not a huge issue. But I will be waiting for a new controller to come out in a different color. Without a controller charging station, the cable hanging out kind of just looks messy. So I'll probably be getting a charging station just to clean my setup up a bit. The controller's size might be too large for children's hands. The size of the PlayStation 5 may be an issue for some home setups. And also knowing which direction to put discs in can be a bit confusing. I feel like I need a sticker to say data side up, just to make sure I don't put it in the wrong way. The setup of the PlayStation 5 is easy. It will prompt you to transfer your PlayStation 4 data, but I suggest not doing this, as it'll just take forever. Just skip that phase and reinstall any games or software manually that you want to use, as this will get you to the setup quicker. The things that I love about the PlayStation 5 is the controller. It does feel good in your hands. The glass looking finish of the buttons makes it look really fancy and stands out. There's really lovely detail on the back, where there are tiny X's, circles, triangles and squares just all over, and that's your grip. The controller itself has a mute button that you can just switch on and off, and it glows to show you when you're muted, so that's just a very handy feature. The interface is very easy to use. If anything, they simplified it from the PlayStation 4. Sharing to social media is fine. I use the share button to put all my videos up on YouTube, and it's super simple. It's basically the same. There's a trim feature, you can stream, you can edit, and it just goes straight up there. Quick, easy, done. The PlayStation 5 is lovely and quiet. The only time I've heard it is maybe when I've put a disc in and the disc drive has been going, but they're still very minimal. And when I'm playing a game, I can't hear anything other than the game playing, which is as it should be. I feel like the PlayStation 5's new design is pretty sleek. I feel like it'll fit in most people's decor. It's just a bit different, and for me personally, I love it a lot more than the PlayStation 4. I found the kind of triangle square aesthetic was just a bit weird, and particularly because there was an angle at the back. Trying to put your chords in was very difficult, and I just wasn't a fan of that. For my headset to speak with my friends on chat or to record my audio for my YouTube, I've just been using the PlayStation 4 headphones. They still work great. You can modify the sound and how high your voice should be or low it should be, and I've got no issues with it. I probably won't upgrade for a while. Personally, I'm really glad that the PlayStation 5 is compatible with all PlayStation 4 games, bar a few that you can count on your hands. It just makes preserving that huge library a godsend, but unfortunately they still haven't been allowing you to play backwards compatible games, so you can't play your PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 games on it. So if you want to revisit those old games, you will need to keep your old consoles. Another handy feature I found recently was you can go into your settings and you can change your universal settings so that each game that you play, you can have your controller inverted, or you can even change the difficulty settings for all of the games that you play, so you won't have to change it with each individual game that you stick in. So that's about it, citizens. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to have a blast with it. I'm hoping to see more of these graphical upgrades, really improving, really pushing. Some of the games that I'm really excited to see and play on this new console is particularly the new Suicide Squad game, as well as the Gotham Knights game. Some of the other titles that are on my list to do a playthrough of are the remake of Dark Souls. I've never played that before. Collecting all the trophies for Astrobot, and playing through Bugsnax, which is a cute kind of Pokemon-esque game that's free for PlayStation Plus members at the moment. That's all from me, and I hope you get lucky getting your new console, whether it's soon or late. Enjoy!